Hey everybody, Mike Slifer here in the First Alert Forecast Center, and one of the things that we've been discussing over the last several days is the chance for some snow showers on Sunday. We've been giving you the first alert, and that is the next big thing. Sunday is a first alert weather day. We will be turning colder, and then we see accumulating snow Saturday night into Sunday. So we'll show you first the zoomed out view, talk a bit about some of the moving parts that actually allow this to happen. An area of low pressure will be passing north of the Great Lakes tomorrow night. And as it does so, we'll start to see a second area of low pressure begin to develop off the mid-Atlantic coastline. And that is going to move south of Connecticut. So by Saturday evening, we'll be tracking snow showers across the state. They continue overnight and into Sunday morning, and then this all starts to wind down by noon on Sunday. So here's the zoomed in view of that. Clouds increasing during the day on Saturday. For the most part, though, Saturday is dry. The daylight hours are dry. It's Saturday night when we start to see those snow showers work their way into Connecticut. That area of low pressure, fairly weak, pretty far offshore relative to how some of these storms move to us. And that means that we will be dealing with snow showers on and off through the overnight hours, continuing into Sunday morning. This is 6 a.m. Sunday, and then everything will be winding down thereafter. This does look like the first accumulating snow of the season for all of Connecticut. So this won't be geographically limited like some of the other events that we've seen so far this season. So what we're thinking right now is 1 to 3 inches of snow will be possible. Sunday, a first alert weather day. Be sure to check back with us as we get a bit closer and fine-tune this forecast. Even a small shift in that track will have impacts on exactly what we see here in the state. By Monday, another first alert weather day as we get ready for Arctic air to return to Connecticut in tandem with a gusty wind. The combination will eventually bring wind chill values into the single digits. So more cold air on the way. That's been a common theme so far this month. We're giving you the first alert now that Monday will feel cold. Right now on First Alert Live Radar, it's scanning clear and dry. We don't have anything to track. So no showers out there for us. If we take a bit of a wider look here, you'll note the lake effect snow showers to our west. None of those reaching us right now, and we aren't really too concerned that any of that will reach us. So we're expecting things to stay dry overnight. In fact, we're looking at a mainly clear sky tonight. Here are the current wind speeds, between 10 and 20 miles an hour sustained. Temperatures have dropped into the 20s everywhere, with the exception of New Haven, which is currently reporting a temperature of 32 degrees. But outside of that, we're at 20 in Salisbury, down to 24 in Windsor Locks, 24 in Willimantic, 25 in Waterbury, 27 in Chester, 26 in Norwich. And we'll take you live to our iCam view here in Old Saybrook. You can see the flag there moving in the steady wind, and it's that steady wind that gives us a wind chill factor. Our iCam view here in Rocky Hill looking north to the Hartford skyline getting moved around a bit. And let's take you live to downtown Hartford. At the bottom right of your screen, you can see the ice skating rink at Bushnell Park for Winterfest. 27 degrees in our capital city, winds out of the west at 9 miles per hour. And otherwise, not much else to report on weather-wise here in Hartford. But this is what it feels like outside right now. Wind chill values are between 10 and 15 degrees for most of the state. Not quite as extreme in the greater New Haven area, and a little bit lower than that across the Litchfield Hills. So, as you know, typical colder spots, northwestern Connecticut feels a little bit colder right now, too. You certainly need to bundle up, not only now, but as you get ready for the start of the day tomorrow. Temperatures will keep on dropping, and we expect the breeze to continue tonight, with wind speeds 10 to 15 miles an hour sustained, gusts to 20 miles an hour or so. That will put wind chill values between 5 and 15 degrees. Even then, the air temperature itself will be in, say, the 15 to 20 degree range inland with lower 20s along the shoreline. So even if we didn't have the wind to make it feel colder, it would still be a cold night, but it's going to feel even colder with that wind out there. So this is your first alert just to keep the layers on standby for tomorrow morning, not only for you, but as you send your kids out to the bus stop. We are expecting temperatures to climb back into the low and mid 30s tomorrow afternoon. Certainly an improvement over the morning, but still cold for where we typically would be this time of year. And when you factor in the breeze tomorrow, not as windy as today, but still breezy, wind chill values throughout the day will be in the teens and 20s. So it's still going to feel rather chilly out there. We will not see that wind start to subside until later tomorrow afternoon and especially tomorrow evening. So it takes time, and it's going to be maybe a bit of a slow process, but we will begin to see some improvement. Now, Saturday is a big day. It's the CIAC High School Football Championship games. There are games at 10, 3, and 6. For those morning games, temperatures around 27 to 32. Dry, but the clouds will be thickening up. By 3 p.m., we're back in the mid and upper 30s, which is where temperatures will peak. We're still breezy out there. And then by 6 p.m., well, temperatures are sliding back down into the upper 20s and low to mid 30s. So get ready for more cold air, relatively speaking. But this sets the stage for those showers Saturday night, falling in the form of snow. Morning snow on Sunday, a first alert weather day, as it will be our first accumulating snow for most of the state. Monday, a first alert weather day. Look at that, 25 degrees. You factor in the wind, it's going to feel like it's between 5 and 15 outside. And the actual air temperature Monday night will be around 15 degrees. Still breezy Tuesday. By Wednesday, we're close to 40. And how about that Thursday, 1 week from today, 45 degrees. We do see the chance for showers, but given how mild temperatures will be, relatively speaking, those would just be plain rain. Now, along the shoreline, we'll be in the mid and upper 30s, both tomorrow and Saturday. Lower 30s Sunday, and how about some upper 20s, even at the shoreline on Monday. Breezy Tuesday, and those temperatures start to climb back near 50 along the 95 corridor by Thursday next week. Been a while since we've seen truly mild air like that, so we'll be watching that trend very closely. Now, when it comes to snow so far this season, 2.7 inches for the Hartford area, a trace in Bridgeport. And that means that we are running deficits. Perhaps we will knock out most or even all of our deficits with Saturday night and Sunday morning's snow showers. When it comes to December as a whole, certainly has been chilly. We've had one day above normal, and it wasn't much above normal. That was yesterday. 37 degrees today was the official high for the Hartford area. We achieved that just after midnight. Temperatures since then are mostly in the lower 30s and have gotten lower since. So we will be looking ahead to, again, more cold air, at least to start off next week. But some of the longer-term trends here, so we're looking at the 19th through the 25th here. So this brings us basically to Christmas. In that time frame, we have shades of orange across Connecticut. In other words, higher likelihood the temperatures will remain above normal. What we don't know is how much above normal, just how mild things could potentially be. Just that the pattern is starting to break down, and it may favor a little bit less of the cold that has been entrenched recently and could be perhaps a little bit more favorable for some relatively mild days. Now, as a reminder, our normal high temperature in this time frame is in the upper 30s. So even milder than normal doesn't necessarily mean warm. It just means that compared to where we typically would be, you can expect the numbers to be a little bit higher. By January 1st, the normal high is 37, and the normal high hits its low point in the middle of January, specifically from the 9th through the 30th. That 3-week stretch, the normal high for the Hartford area is 35 degrees. But that number starts to creep back up early February. By February 1st, 36 normal high. By February 15th, it's 38. So some improvement on the way as we get into that tail end of winter. And of course, we'll start to see those normal high temperatures climb quite a bit as we get into March and meteorological spring. So meteorological winter, December 1st through the end of February. Yes, this is typically our coldest time of year, and it has certainly been running colder than normal as we've gotten into December. We had 9 hours and 11 minutes of daylight today. So since the summer solstice, we have lost a whopping 6 hours and 3 minutes. We only have 4 minutes left to lose. The winter solstice is in 10 days, about a week and a half. That is the day with the least amount of daylight, but it's actually not the earliest sunset. The earliest sunset is behind us. Sunset today was 4:20. 2 days ago it was 4:19. Is it a big difference? No, but this time of year, every second counts. And by the time we get to the end of the month, the sunset will be almost 4:30. And it's later January where sunset is back in the 5 o'clock hour. About a month and a half from right now, we will see sunsets back around 5 p.m. So first alert 7-day forecast showing the swings in temperatures from below normal to unseasonably cold and then back to near, if not above normal by this time next week. We'll be talking much more about this, the snow shower chances Friday, and those first alert weather days on Eyewitness News at 10 on the Wax, Channel 3 at 11, and again tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7 on Channel 3, 7 to 8 on the Wax. And we'll have another First Alert Weather Extra queued up for you tomorrow morning, too. Make sure you join us. Download the free First Alert Weather app, bundle up, and stay warm.